Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, teaching well. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, that's pushing truth towards the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom. And the topic of this lesson is going to be about Leviathan. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's creation, the beast, Leviathan. We can jump right into it. Apparatus is to be edifying. This is book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 51. Unto Enoch thou gavest one part which was dried up the third day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein 1,000 hills. That dried up third day be the land. Verse 52. But unto Leviathan thou gavest the seventh part, namely the moist, which is the water, and hast kept him to be devoured on whom thou wilt and when. Yeah, he has kept, Leviathan. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has kept Leviathan, waiting, man, for that, that so-called big feast, where he judges the earth and use him to destroy people, to destroy kingdoms. And I'm gonna get that definition in a blue letter of Leviathan.
Strong's H3882. Leviathan. Leviathan.
It says Leviathan. It says Leviathan, sea monster, dragon, large aquatic animal. The moist. It says given a part of the moist. Perhaps the extinct dinosaur. We know, man, it's not extinct. Plus you got movies that Esau does, like Godzilla and stuff like that. And they had they always see footage, sightings of the Loch Ness. That's just, man, Leviathan and his family members, man, his kin. We know them beasts are not extinct. Get another precept. It's a book of all right, we can start it right here. This book of Job, chapter 41. We can start at 40. This book of Job, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold now, Behemoth, which I made with thee, he eateth grass as an ox. Lo now, his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar. The sinews of his stones are wrought together, or wrapped together, Slakia. And that sinews is just going into tissue. So that means he has like a kind of like a scaly, but he has a body, and his tissues and stuff and his muscles are wrapped together in armor. He has armor on like a crocodile or alligator. Verse 18. His bones are as strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. Yeah, he's strong, man. That's a lot of power. Bars of iron. Yeah, that's strong, bro. Verse 19. He is the chief of the ways of the Most High. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. Verse 20. Surely the mountains bring him for food where all the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady trees in the covert of the reed and fens. The shady trees cover him with their shadows. The willows of the brook compass him about. So he has a type of camouflage to him, like the movie character Predator. He had a camouflage in the trees. Well, I think he could kind of go invisible. Leviathan has that as well, because Leviathan that's a large animal, man. Whether he's when he's standing up, man, it's huge, like Godzilla. So he got a type of camouflage to him. Verse 24. It's like verse 23. Behold, he drinketh up a river and hasteth not. He trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. Yeah. That's a lot, man. His belly, man, big as a mug. So he gonna Yahweh Shem Yahushai gonna use him to take out a lot of people, to kill and to feast upon them. Verse 24, he taketh it with his eyes, his nose pierceth through snares. Yeah, that go in with the nose with that armor. We can jump right into it. Job 41 verse 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaws through with a thorn? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to to cast out, man, your bait and to reel him in. No, he not no ordinary bass or sac-a-lay, anything like that. It's a large creature. Verse 3. Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bride? Wilt thou bride him for thy maidens? Yeah, man, this ain't a friendly thing, man. For the wicked. You ain't finna lock him up and put him in a cage like Jurassic, Park or World, whatever the movies think be doing. You're not gonna be able to put him in a zoo. Or buy or sell him. Verse 6. Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Yeah, are you gonna be able to dog sell him on the street corners or anything like that? No. Verse 7. Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fence spears? Are you gonna be able to cast out your net and trap him, make a snare and bind him up? Verse 8. Lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? Now none is so fierce that dare stare him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who have prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. Yeah, so Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, with all the great fierceness that Leviathan has, will put upon these people. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's control. He creates the light and evil. Verse 12. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment, or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as a closed seal. One is so near to another that no arrow can come between them. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to pierce them. With your that goes into the the missiles, the ICBMs. You're not gonna be able to find a secret location or a secret weakness and lock onto that point and destroy him. You're not gonna be able to do it. His armors and his scales are perfect. Verse 17. They are joined one to another, they stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his nestings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth goeth burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke as out of a seething pot or a cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. Yeah, so he got fire to him, man. He got powers even with fire. He can, breathe in and breathe out smoke. Verse 22. And his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do anything, man. All the missiles and the laser beams Esau has, man, he ain't gonna be able to do anything. Verse 24, his heart is as firm as a stone, yet as a hard piece of the nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings, they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. You think about that. As humans, we think of iron, especially iron, man. We can't bend iron with our bare hands. Can't bend it, unless we heat it to a certain temperature and use other tools to bend it and stuff like that. But Leviathan, he is steaming iron as straw. When you think of a straw, you can break a straw and turn it and twist it any way, and bop it, any way you want to go, man. Verse 28, the arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Yeah, hey, man, that's crazy. Doggone ICBM missiles, man. As people, afraid, the nation's afraid of, well, not now because everybody have them, but, back then when Esau dropped them bombs and stuff like that, people got fearful of America, of Babylon. But think of that, Leviathan, he don't care about that, man. He counted that as stubble. He's just shaking the dust off. Verse 29, it's like verse 30. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is none like there. It's like it. There is not his like, who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. That king was just exalted, man. You gonna be, for the wicked, man. Because they walk in great pride, children of pride. And we can link that, but of course with Esau, that his houses shall go on forever. And we can link that with the 2/3 as well, saying that the evil will not prevent nor overtake us. And let me get this last precept. Being that Leviathan created by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, has a purpose. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they power out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, they appease Yahweh Shem Yahushua's intentions, his commandments for them to do. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Going with that Leviathan, hell pouring coals of fire on people's head and breathing out fire. Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. The wicked, man, the prideful. Verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Yeah, wherever Yahweh Shem Yahushai want them to do, that's what's going to be done. Going into that, let me go back to that second Ezra 6. I think wilt and win. 6 and 52 kind. The vard of whom thou wilt and win. Yahweh Shem Yahushai gives the commandment out, and that's what the beasts of the field do. That's what Leviathan is gonna do. He's gonna devour these people up. And Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see if I got any other precepts. Just a quick hit through spirit and power. How about Shema Shai? That's about it, though. God, we can get this. We can get this one as well. This second Ezra 15 and 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. Yeah. He gonna deliver them unto death and destruction. And he gonna use many of his machines, of his tools, of his spirits created for vengeance to fulfill all his command. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Arkakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone, teach them well. Shalom to you, all you sincere Hakim that's pushing truth and hold faith towards the four corners of earth. Shalom, shalom.